So let's consider the structure of Matlab functions. The function structure is needed. Is initially is expressed with the first sentence using the keyword function, and then there is a list of returned argument lists, and then the function name, and then the input argument list. In our case, we will have this part as the input, so the input is n, and the output or outputs are as an n. So with this kind of structure, what we need to do is to give a command like this: function return the variable m and s, and then give it a name, and to program in this way. And just omit this part. And this is a function. It is no longer a Matlab script. It is a function. How to call such a function? We have to save it first to test 1. Just ignore the test 2. It will not be recognized. Just ignore it. So I will explain more of it later to you. As n equals to test 1, give any number of n, and we execute the function, we can get the result like this. In this case, we do not have to modify the function itself. What we need to do is to interact with Matlab with expected values here. We do not have to modify the program itself. We can do it simply like this. So in this case, we need a function structure. And the function, the first sentence in the function should be led by the function keywords. And then the argument list, the return argument list, and input argument list, and also the function name. You may have noticed that I used test2. Accidentally, I used the test2 in the function name. That doesn't matter. It will not be recognized. The only thing it will recognize is the file name, that is test1. So when one wants to execute test1, it will check the file name first, and it will not recognize test2 immediately. But for a better programming habit, it's better keep the 2 things. So this is a function. And there are many tactics or there are many things, there are many tactics in writing Matlab functions. I'm not going to present here. Later on I will explain this kind of tactics. So now we are expected to do is to get familiar with this kind of structure, the file structure. And these are the first line of the function. Then there should be comments. The comment should be led by the percentage sign. The comments, and then we can check the input and output variables. And then this comes the main body of the function. I will explain explain this one to you later through examples. So what we need to do is just to know the function schema. If you are interested, you can browse these pages, and otherwise I will explain it whenever needed. I shall explain it in detail. So let's go back to the function. Okay. How to debug a function? We can set breakpoints in the program. The simplest way is not that debug, so just remove some of the semicolons to display intermediate results. And also if you do not want to do that, you can set breakpoints. For instance, if you click this area, you will have a right circle there. And the program will stop here once it is executed. And you can check the internal variables. You can set a breakpoint here. And then you can execute the function. And you see it stops at this point. If it stops, then if you move cursor to a variable, it will display the value of the variable. In this case, you can find whether the variable is as you expected. So you can use this way to debug it. Or you can use this item to do a step-by-step execution. And you come to this point again, then you can display the value of m and n. It is different from the next step. And also you can execute them until you meet the next breakpoint. Again, it stops here. And in this case, n equals 2. And you can do it again, and in this case, n will be 3. So you can use this kind of way to debug a program. I should quit it first. Let's go back to this point again. What we need to do is to click this icon so that it will be executed and finished. Or you can use the command db quit or db stat, something like this. These are the functions. And I shall leave several things. Later I shall